Let's get this shit poppin', baby girl.
You've got something for me?
I hope
So with
Barrett
the
makes it
crew,
back to us. I
with
know he
the
gets into
crew.
trouble all the time, and everyone just sort of accepts he'll be fine, but still.
Barrett, Barrett 50 cal.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too. Well, Constellation's been. Barrett discovered. It's a shame he isn't. Oh gosh, no. I mean, that's. Until you arrived, there's still so much we don't. Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon. Sure, I'm not trying to suggest otherwise. I wasn't there when it happened. I'm just thinking it through. It's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right? Stay safe, okay?
I am at your service, Captain. Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research. The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment. The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built. A planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce. The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo. My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing. Barrett has, thus far, survived every mission on which we have embarked. It is therefore evident that my efforts have been successful. I suspect that Barrett would disagree with how necessary my intervention has been in any given situation. I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years.
Well, I suppose that station in orbit has more than paid for itself at this point. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line. Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett, not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard. Yes, well, a stocked bar is a treat I think Constellation can afford. For now. But if you clean us out, you're on your own. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects. If you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need. Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here. Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home as much as anywhere else. Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you? I'll take your word on that. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years. We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Until next time.
This is all exciting, but there's really a lot of pressure on us, isn't there?
Hope you've got
We
your
have to get
pen
this
at the
right.
ready, Walter.
Are you doing okay?
Sign and all.
I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you.
You and I
It's really good to have you
both
with us.
have credits to spare, and you love every minute of this.
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but you know, if the label fits. That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found.
But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. Take care of yourself. Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason.
Oh, I think I
Sarah's
spoke
the
to everyone right.
responsible person to be running Constellation.
Except for the main squeeze.
Focused.
Come back to you later. I get some boozers up in here. Cooking station. Make some num-nums. Alien jerk. I can't make shit. many rooms. A lot of rooms for like 3 people, 4 people, 6 people. Wait, can't count. Mm-mm. Taking everything. Mm-mm. 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 So everything I just stole. Ooh, excuse me. I could survive that fall, right? Let's find out. Oh boy. Gained an affliction. Oh, fucking broken ankle. Sprained my ankle. I'll be alright. Visit my mom and pa. Go to the store, sell some shit.
I'm so excited to be here.
Bad news for the League of Independent.
I have a feeling today's going to be a great day. Don't you? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a little tired. Like I said before, I love my job, but it can be a lot of hard, tiring work. My last Terracino's worn off, I guess. Really? That's so sweet. I really appreciate it. Nice. I have to keep my energy up so New Atlantis can stay clean and tidy. Here, take this. I found it while I was cleaning. I figured you might find a use for it. Thanks again. I really appreciate it. Don't be a stranger.
Thanks for choosing Chunk. Welcome to Chunks, home of the... Great. What can I get?
I have a pen pal in Sidonia. No one is born good or evil. Every day you take a step in one of those directions. I'm close to 80 years old, so I will spare you the long version. To put it simply, I lived, and I loved, and really Does a person need anything else? I agree. Some would say it's not enough. But if that were true, I would not be at peace. Just enjoying the view. These days, my favorite thing to do is sit and listen. The wind, the trees, they all have their own language. Sometimes they even sing. You don't need my advice. You're alive. And you've survived everything that comes with that title. Which is to say, you are an achievement. A gift. Never forget that. Oh, it just so happens I need a letter delivered to my pen pal in Sidonia. Pay is in advance. 1,000 credits. Her name is Hattie. She used to live in the apartment I live in now. I used to get all her packages because she never bothered to change her address. One day I tracked her down and sent her a letter. She sent one back. And from then on, we just never stopped responding. What is a stranger except a friend you haven't met? Besides, there's something about you that I like, and I've always trusted my gut. Bless you, child. I believe you'll find Hattie at the community center in Sidonia. Just hand her the letter. She'll know who it's from.
father wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor? Mothers, am I right?
It's amazing what passes as art nowadays. It takes a strong mind and a good... See you.
If you don't see what you want, feel free to ask. If it belongs on your ship, then I'm... Oh, please, take a look. Thanks for coming in.
Well, I'll be. Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
Oh, my God. Oh, you about gave me a heart attack.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, son, but I thought you were under contract with Argos Extractors. Is everything all right? Well, I'll be. Constellation? Is this one of those candid camera vids? A joke?
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special. Didn't I always say that? That you were meant for great things? Great things. Hey, if I don't get to sing your praises as much as I like, no one can. Oh, but you didn't give me any notice. If I'd known, I'd have your favorite meal in the oven. And your room is just a mess. Although that's how you left it.
Easy, honey. Let the boy catch his breath. Why don't you settle in? You know you're always welcome.
The house feels alive again now that you're here. I still can't get over you being here. And it's not even Mother's Day. So, I gotta ask, is there anyone special in your life? With you being in Constellation now, I imagine you are quite the catch. Just so you know, your dad cannot wait to be a grandpa. So don't keep him or me waiting too long. I know. I won't get into more right now. I know you didn't live in this apartment long, but I want you to consider this your home away from home. Your bed is always yours, no questions asked. I mean, well, I will ask questions, but you can stay here no matter the answers. No bother at all. Stay as long as you like. Anything you want to talk about, dear? Oh, ain't that the truth? With both of our pensions, we still couldn't afford it. But with what you send home, well, we get by. And of all the places we've lived, New Atlantis is just so full of culture and life. Now that we're both retired, you mean? I keep trying to push your father to do things. Dance lessons, vacation, take some courses. I'm really interested in early colonial art. But he's just happy as a clam reading in his chair for hours. Wants to know the history of every little thing. It's nice to have time to do both, though. Well, one of your old classmates made junior VP at Galbank. Their father was bragging for hours. Can't wait to tell him about Constellation. Well, one of your old classmates made junior VP at Galbank. Their father was bragging for hours. Well, one of your old Their father was bragging for... You're welcome anytime. And I mean anytime.
Just so you know, your mother's missed you. Like a lot. I still can't believe it. Constellation. The stories make them seem so exotic, so, well, romantic almost. How is it for real? You liking it? Don't you worry yourself about that. All your life, you've been just this mess of potential waiting for a chance. Your number's finally been called, and the settled systems had better be ready for you. I've got some news of my own. You are now officially looking at a retiree. Taught my final class last Thursday. The faculty threw me a party and everything. It's too bad you weren't here then. You could have had some cake. Look at that smart mouth. Where on earth could you have gotten that from? Enough about that. Anything you want to talk about before you have to go? I mean, stay. Stay as long as you like, but I imagine you're all excited to get to discovering. Planning a proper, honest-to-goodness vacation. Nothing too fancy. I've been promising your mom a trip for years, and I got no excuses now. Your mother's been sending me links all day about such and such deals and excursions, but it'll be good to get out. You know, it's supposed to be us taking care of you, right? I'd like to say we'll pay you back the money you sent home. Well, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. More than you know. Retirement's treating me well, but there are some days I almost missed the classroom. Don't say anything to your mom about this, but she got some work done at Enhance. She keeps looking younger every day, I tell her. Not that I mind. It's what? Who? I told you, my left
Regina,
feet have left
the president
feet.
of...
But
Well, she's
dancing?
making me redo the whole
Couldn't
report
we-
from scratch because
I don't
she
know,
gave me the wrong information.
All right.
I
Dancing
know.
it is.
I swear next election,
but
I'm
something
stepping down.
beginner-friendly.
I can't
Like
stand
fit
her.
for a toddler.
What? Oh, what's this about? Fred's a wise man. I suppose sympathy. Damn straight. You've been loafing around the house all day. You should get some exercise.
I'm fine.
And how has that worked out?
Ouch. Touche.
We are going for a walk later.
All right, where to next? My dream home. Okay. My dream home. The fuck?
out there a lot, right? In space. Just do us all a favor and never turn into one of those
Wow, you look. I feel.
Listen, I have a lot on my plate right now, and you don't look like a new hire stumbling through their first day. Who exactly are you? Constellation? As in the elusive and mysterious constellation. Oh, wow. I used to read stories about you guys when I was a kid. Wow. Oh, this is perfect. Kismet, really. I have a business proposition for you that could help us both out. Very lucrative. So you see right through me. You've got a good eye. You are just the person I'm looking for. Well, confession time. I might just be a little desperate. See, the world of credit analysis, dealing with deadbeats and reprobates is, well, it's a tough field. And what I need is a ringer, someone that can collect some of our top delinquent offenders. What I need is you. You work with me, and the fee you get will be huge. Oh, I can tell you're eager. That's good. But we'll start small and work our way up to the worst offenders. If you haven't noticed, and I'm guessing you have, the settled systems is big. Like really big. Someone gets seriously underwater, they skip the system. And it's a real pain to track them down. Sad truth is, we can't track everyone down, so credit analysis always has a black eye when reporting to the higher-ups. Yes! So, we got a Galaxy-class con man took out a loan to franchise a restaurant. Turns out, surprise, it was a scam, and Dieter Maliki jumps system. Now, he's holed up in a literal shack in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe it? The job is simple. Get Dieter to pay. And we don't want him dead, we don't want him hurt. Just close his account like an honest citizen. If he dies, then his assets go to probate, and we can get paid. So if he forces you into an it's you or him situation, it's A-okay for Galbank's bottom line if you choose him. But I cannot stress this enough. This is not the ideal outcome. We wanted him liquidated, we'd have put a tracker on him. Well, you may need to lean on him, scare him. Nothing illegal, just talk to him. And don't listen to any sob stories he tells you. Any job I give you, I guarantee there's not some poor sick aunt that needs credits for surgery. These are scofflaws, scum, flagrantly violating the terms of their Galbank agreements. Well, I mean, yes, we're not the only ones looking for him. And you don't dome up on a dust ball unless you're serious about dodging your civic responsibilities. I'll send over all the details. You find Dieter and bring his account current. I hate to end on this note, but not everyone's a straight arrow. If you cut a deal with Dieter, honestly, I have no way of knowing. But don't expect any more jobs from me. Best of luck. I believe in you.
I don't have the energy to live, but I do have the energy to hate. Hey.
I'm Daddy. Nice to meet you.
Sure. Why? Funny. I'm more of a caterpillar person myself, but fine, you win. I like to paint, I like to crochet, pretty much hate everything else. You're starting to grow on me, though. Like a fungus. But I like mushrooms. Guess that's the third thing. Why? Huh. Guess we have that in common. Alright. I like to paint, I like to crochet, pretty much hate everything else. You're starting to grow on me, though. Like... Why? It's so much more fun to be lonely and miserable. But fine. I like to paint. You're starting to grow on me, though. Trying to get a job at Galbank. It's the big building with the word Galbank on it. I'm sorry you feel that way. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to be a banker. It'll be fun. Because magic isn't real, which means I can't be a necromancer. I figured being a soul-sucking banker was the next best thing. Trying to get a job at Galbank. It's the big building. Yeah, you'd think so, but sorry, not a Galbank. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to be a banker. Trying to get a job at Gal... It's the big building. Good point. Anyway, yeah, I'd like... Trying to get a job at Gal... It's the big building. Good for you. A lot of people can, but not everyone does. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to be a banker. It'll be fun. Trying to get a job at Gal... It's the big building. You're welcome. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Find a Galbank teller and deposit all your creds into my bank account. It'll be paid, of course. Eventually. See ya.
Boy.
Together we can really make a difference.
New Atlantis is a really safe city, which is cool if you like that sort of thing. To each their own. Mm-hmm.
not our local
serious
rival?
firepower.
New Atlantis people are always putting on airs.
Enhance is my favorite place.
Whoa. Leave. Trying to make me leave the planet.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please. Okay.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis?
Oh boy, I didn't mean for you to take it personally. It's just something to say to customers. Break the ice, know what I mean? Listen, you just relax. Make yourself comfortable. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. That work for you, new guy? Let me know if there's anything I can get you. You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that General Shao ought to send the Marines down into the well. I'm usually all for letting folks speak their mind. Most times it can't be helped after a few drinks. But that was just too much. Anybody stuck living in the well, it almost certainly isn't by choice. And things down there aren't that bad. Bit of a slow news day around here. Ah, well, speaking of news, some folks are convinced David Barron, you know, the SSN anchor, is some sort of Freestar sympathizer. Ridiculous, if you ask me. Sure, they ran a couple of stories about Aquila City that weren't totally critical, but come on. Have you ever been? It's really not that bad. Anyway, that's the sort of high-stakes stuff people talk up while waiting on a flight. So glad you asked, aren't you? I can tell. You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that I'm usually all for anybody stuck living. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous. Galaxy-wide. You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me. I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I mean, doing something about this won't exactly be on the straight and narrow, will it? I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this? What? Come on, no! I'm already uncomfortable with this whole thing. Don't go making jokes like that. Seriously, can you help me with this or not? God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need. Like I said, I submitted the usual security release forms. But because my cargo is tied up with a bunch of, again, totally unrelated illegal stuff, I don't expect the forms to matter. At all. I went and talked to an officer at the office, too. Yumi. Sergeant, maybe? He was polite, but unhelpful. I declined to suggest that as our new slogan. New Atlantis Security. Polite, but unhelpful. Truth in advertising, eh? I know a few things, but not much. The cargo is being held down at the spaceport, not in the security office. Still, they use the same access cards. If you had one, it'd work. How or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course. I'm sure I'm better off not knowing. Beyond that, the ship decks over there might also be able to get in. I don't know any of them, or I'd be talking to them instead of you. No offense. Yeah, this is hardly a life or death situation. Some light breaking and entering at worst, right? You're in the right place.
Drink. Drinky, drink, drink.
I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing. I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you. Catch you later.
A voice said, "You're a good man, Arthur. Arthur Morgan. You're gonna beat that."
Huh. Not used to people coming up to me. The suit usually scares them off.
Or Kylo Ren.
Although I guess that's my fault, isn't it? I guess you could say I've always had it. Once you've been all over, like I have, you might find yourself in something like this too. Yeah, well, I go all over. A little psychological warfare up front tends to make things easier. Retired, actually. From too many lives to count. But I've been all those things, yeah? And a few more. I spend a lot of time in the fringes these days. God help you if you come across something someone wants. You'd think it was things like civilizations and factions that cause people to want to shoot each other. No, even without that, it's still winner take all.
That boy Zimnus. That boy, yeah, forgot his name. Freaking Dark Sora. And what the fuck was his name? Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. He was with Zimnus stuff, not Zimnus. He was with Xehanort. Up. But I'll look it up. Hold up. I can't remember his freaking name. I can't even find him online right now. He's the one who looked like Sora. If I can remember his name. Oh, there we go. Vanitas. There, that was his name. Vanitas. All right, that's what had me going on a whole adventure.
Of course. That's what makes the reality so tragic.
Want this guy's suit, though.
Wait a second. I think I'm in danger of having a real conversation with someone for a change. Better stop here. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
Boy about to be hunting me.
I'll see you around. I go all over the settled systems. Might run into you again. I'm just waiting on something. Don't mind me.
Boy Vader, he waiting for a drink. About to drink to his mask.
I'll see you around.
Hey there. You look like the planet-hopping type. Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
Always.
Plenty. I'm comfortable on a ship, especially in the gunner seat. I'm also a trained expert with shotguns.
Gunner.
I have the certification to prove it. Aye aye, Captain. I won't overcharge you. I'm grateful for the offer. I've been out of a job since I left the Freestar Rangers.
God damn. 18 thotties.
You're short on credits? Yeah, I hope so. I don't get it. Okay, okay. You've made your point. Well, the last thing I want is you going bankrupt on my account. I'll work for whatever you can pay.
If I had that much.
I think we'll make a great team, huh?
Guess I do have that much.
Thanks for giving me a chance, Captain. I won't let you down.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Gideon.
if you're looking for a weapon specialist, I could really use the work to pay off some debts. Anyone can shoot at targets, but I take them out. You're not gonna find a better shot anywhere else. So, are we making a deal or what? The kind that need to be paid off quickly, or else I'm in big trouble. And if you don't mind, I'd kind of like to keep the details of that to myself. Unless you're agreeing to hire me, of course. Yeah, I figured you'd say that. Not having much luck lately. Well, if you change your mind, I'll be right here.
Stay your ass there.
Yes? What? Do you have room for one more on your crew?
Everybody looking for a job here.
I'm a fusion systems specialist, meaning I can increase the overall efficiency of your ship's power plant to provide more energy. Hey, it's your loss.
Hey, any vacancies on your crew? Let me know if you change your mind.
Excuse me.
You picked a good day to drop by. Bartender's making them strong today. You in town for business? Cheers. Nothing like a cold one after a long trip through the space lanes, if you ask me. It seems like we have that in common. Personally, I'm here looking for work. I just quit my job as a weapon tester for MAST. Oh, yeah, plenty of us. There's a whole branch of MAST's scientific wing called DRIP. That's dedicated to developing new weapons for the UC military. Do I need a shower or something?
Sit down, I need a shower.
I go all over the settled systems. Might run into you again.
Hey, this really isn't a good place for civilians to be hanging around. Something I can help you with? Yeah, I can't really just let you in there. Well, that's... thank you. Maybe. Need to think about it. All right, look, don't tell anyone I did this for you. I could lose my job over it.
If anyone asks, I had nothing to do with this. You got it?
That silver tongue, boy. Let me in, little pig.
All right, make it quick.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please. Okay. No bounty.
I don't want to sound desperate, but any luck finding my cargo? Hey there, new guy. Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Oh, no way. You really got it? I probably don't want to know what you did to get this, right? I mean, I want to know, but it's maybe better if I don't. I certainly hope not. This is a huge deal to me, but it's not worth either of us murdering over. Well, look, I can assure this will all be worth it in the end. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you have the first ever sample. On top of that, you get free drinks. Not like unlimited free drinks, but you want a little pick-me-up now and then? I got you covered. I need some time to work on what comes next. But this was the difficult part, I think. Really, thank you so much. Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up.
Ever wonder how the crimson...
Bruh.
Don't be nervous. You got this.
I hope it's not going to be a glorified ghost.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's corporate headquarters. We don't get very many visitors here. It really makes the day crawl by.
Staggeringly huge. They need people like
You'll need to contact someone directly if you need to schedule an appointment.
Yeah, I'm sure a junior assistant is fine.
Is your foot in the door?
All right, what am I doing?
It's always a good day when we get to chat.
United Colony space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. And we're done. Welcome to New Homestead. That's the photo I took. Put on a loading screen. Okay.
Welcome to New Homestead. Please make your way to the building at the end of the path and down into the colony below. Stay safe and enjoy your visit.
Should I put the spacesuit? About to die out here. I can breathe.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. And we're done. Enjoy Sidonia. Watch out for the robots.
Sorry?
They're surprising.
What do you mean there's no lock? Have a good one.
Mitch Benjamin.
Hey! Haven't seen you around here before. Did you just move in? Visiting Sidonia? It's a good one. No one just visits Sidonia. Nah, you're probably here on business. Am I right? Unless you're visiting friends or family, I guess. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Name's Mitch. I'm just a guy who lives here in the Lux condos. I'm always looking to make new friends. People say I can be a bit much sometimes. I love having people to hang out with and watch movies, talk about books, play games, or whatever. That's great. You can get a little lonely in Sidonia if you don't know anyone. We've all been there. Anyway, I don't want to keep you, but I figured I'd ask. If you happen to know anyone with a ship, I've been looking for some help. You can send my way if they want to make a quick cred. What's that supposed to mean? But just because I look like I couldn't bench press a stick of raw spaghetti, I don't fit in here? Nah, just kidding. I got some issues that prevent me from working, and modern medicine could only help so much. I was offered an experimental treatment, and unfortunately, instead of getting cool superpowers, I got more medical conditions. But it's okay. They offered me this condo and set me up with enough money to get by without working. I live pretty well, all things considered. Well, I don't have the kind of money to pick up and leave. And otherwise, I kind of like it in Sidonia. My friends live here. Yeah, I get some credits every month, but I'm no millionaire. Besides, I share my money. I blow it all on games, movies, comics, books, and other stuff for me and my friends. I feel like it's better to spend it now. Create good memories for us. I try not to let it get me down. Right now, I'm just focused on living the best life possible. I may have been dealt a shit hand of cards, but I decided to say, screw that! I'm gonna play however I want instead. Though some things would be easier if I wasn't bound to my home. Bored? Are you kidding me? I got more entertainment at my fingertips than I'll ever finish, even if it takes forever to get to Sidonia. I don't think I'll ever be bored, and I'm certainly not going to waste my life working if I don't have to. Yeah, thanks. You too. Nice to have visitors. Nothing new. Oh, wait. I saw a movie about this weird bug that looked like a stick and it danced.
Stick bug.
I'm not sure what they were going for. But it was fun. Oh, there was this live action movie adaptation of an old animated show. Oh, it was so bad. My friends and I almost died laughing. We had to stop like 3 times just to catch our breath. Ooh, yeah. I'm probably not the best person to ask about this. I mostly stay inside, watch movies, read books, and hang out with my friends. But there's a couple of bars around here. One's for the mine workers and one for everyone. Some people like hiking around Mars. It's a cool planet for that, I hear. People just kind of make their own fun here. New Atlantis, this ain't. Ooh, yeah. I recently saw 2 Dates for Darla 4. It was hilarious. Even better than the first. I saw a cool horror movie called That. Just That. Scared the crap out of me. Return of the Interceptor. It was cool, but I think the series is starting to get old. We'll see how number 8 is.
8? Damn.
The Radical Adventures of Jim and James. Yeah, it's super old, but it still made me crack up. I accidentally started watching the sports movie because it was on and I was too lazy to change the channel. It's about this underdog team full of losers. It goes on to win the championship. You know the one I'm talking about? Anyway, it wasn't bad. I recently binged a bunch of older flicks from before people left the system. A lot of them still hold up. Have you seen the new Norvici movie? I mean, I didn't like it as much as his last film, but it was all right. Hey, have you ever seen Das Raumschiff? Everyone says it's amazing, but I don't know. It seemed kind of boring to me. It just goes on.
We'll watch all the movies.
Oh, I saw a movie about this magic-using gnome who goes on this grand fantasy adventure and gets into all sorts of trouble. Wish I could remember the name.
About the Hobbit.
Wrong? Nothing new. Oh, wait. I saw a movie about this weird bug that looked like a stick and it danced. Not sure what they were going for. But it was fun. Ooh, yeah. I recently saw 2 Dates for Darla 4. It was hilarious. Even better than the first. Return of the Interceptor. It was cool, but I think... Oh, you do? That's great. Well, if it's not too much of an inconvenience, maybe I can entice you to do a favor for me? Please? I found out recently that my favorite book series, Dragonstar Force, had a very limited initial run. I really want to collect all the first editions, but it's hard for me to get them shipped all the way out here. I already tracked down Volume 1. Could you go buy it and bring it back here for me? I'll pay you back, of course. Plus, you know, extra for your trouble. They're these old science fiction fantasy books about space and good versus evil and a mysterious magical relic called the Dragon Star. Now, there's this team of heroes who fight space wizards, dragons, demons, and whoever else seeks to take over the galaxy using the Dragon Star. You will? Wow, you're the first person to actually agree to do it. Thanks. Well, like I said, I'll make it worth it to you. You won't regret it.
Prepare for today's subterranean particle metation. Be advised to secure loose articles.
Stay safe.
Stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremor. Detonation occurs in 5, 4.
I have a
Damn,
pen
girl.
pal in Atlantis. We've never met in person.
Damn, Grandma.
One of my best friends.
Oh, so.
20 years ago, I moved to Sidonia on a whim. Never thought I'd stay for as long as I have. Joy and Horace? I think they get along well enough. Sure, they argue, but that's a good thing. Disagreement's healthy. What good are your beliefs if you never have to defend them?
You might say that.
Not to get all sappy, but I lost a son in the war. It's been 20 years, but it still makes my brain a bit swirly thinking about it. Just never got to say goodbye, you know? That bugs me. So I come here to try and get peace. Still doing things by hand, huh? I keep telling her she needs to act her age, not the stone one. But some people think being difficult builds character. Oh well. Let's see what she wrote. Oh no. I hope this doesn't mean... No, not quite. But the way this reads, I don't have much time. I need to go see her. If she's really on death's door, then this could be my only chance. Thank you for bringing me this. I need to go see her.
I swear that warning klaxon still startles me every time.
Horace is good people, but I prefer Joy's line of thinking. We gotta find our own way. I came to do a little good old-fashioned soul searching. You'd think it'd be easy to find, given it's my soul. But nope. Turns out it's a lot harder than it looks. I lived a pretty quiet life to start, but the quieter things got, the more noise I made. Got into trouble, did the whole teenage rebellion tour, that sort of thing. Dad used to say I was made reckless by boredom, but I think he deserves some of the credit. Have a good one.
There are many stories and films about demons, ghosts, and other entities on Mars.
Hey.
Do not take religion seriously anymore. Greetings, my child. Is there any assistance the Sanctum Universum can offer you? Very well. Please accept this gift in peace and prosperity. Blessed is the Lord, for he giveth to those less fortunate. May I assist you with anything else? Perhaps you would be kind enough to stay and hear more about our beloved Holy Creator. While I must disagree, I won't try to change your mind. You are welcome to go alone in your spiritual journey and make your own discoveries. But if you ever find yourself lost and need some guidance, please know that I am always available should you be interested in a different path. In its simplest form, Sanctum Universum believes that God has given us the ability to manipulate the heavens so that He may lead us to Him. As such, we accept those from all the faiths of old, provided they seek faith in the Almighty Creator. Because to truly follow the teachings of our Lord and Creator, you must still have faith. Were He to simply lead us to Him directly, it would defeat the purpose. You see, our mortal journey is still an important part of the human experience. We must learn and grow in our lives. Only then can we prove we are worthy of joining Him in the hereafter. I help run this community center along with my associate, Joy. People from all walks of life are always welcome to come here and share this space for whatever purpose they need. I am also here to assist those seeking faith in God, under the Sanctum Universum, as we lack a true spiritual center here on Mars. We will always offer assistance to anyone who needs it, regardless if they choose to follow our faith. One is not conditional upon the other. We would never turn someone in need away, and we will happily serve those of any level of need. Unfortunately, that is not the sort of assistance we can deliver, except in rare circumstances where we can help organize a fundraiser. Certainly. We don't currently have the soup kitchen open, but when we do, you are more than welcome to join us. Happily. God is wonderful and works in mysterious ways. You may feel down on your luck, but rest assured, He has a plan for you. You may feel free to use one of the community sleep pods, so long as it is unoccupied. We only ask that you take good care to leave it in the same state you find it in. Certainly. Take this, and may God be with you. We will always offer assistance to anyone who needs it, regardless if they choose to follow our faith. One is not conditional upon the other. We would never turn someone in need away, and we will happily serve those of any level of need. I have already given you something recently, have I not? The Lord is generous, but greed is a sin, and I must reserve aid for others as well. When a week has passed, I will gladly give more. Thank you for understanding. We will always offer assistance to anyone who needs it, regardless if they choose to follow our faith. One is not conditional upon the other. We would never turn someone in need away, and we will happily serve those of any level of need. Of course, we are happy to provide. Come back anytime.
I don't actually like the company. I just like
Have a blessed day.
Oh, hi there. Hope nothing bad happens today.
Well, like me.
Well, I guess I am. The thing is, I get injured on the job a lot. Nothing too serious. I I've lost a few fingers and toes and stuff. And will I have to go see Dr. Flynn a lot for treatment? I'm pretty sure she's annoyed and sick of seeing me. I don't blame her. I've been thinking about writing her a letter of apology, but I have no idea where to even start. I don't want to come across as weird or annoying. No. Oh, I mean, was that too frank? I don't know. I mean, the job pays well, but it's dangerous and hard work. I hurt myself a lot, too. I'm definitely looking forward to my contract being up so I can leave. But I don't really know what I'll do after. Oh, man, this is all so stressful. Stay safe.
That's mine. Give it back.
Most visitors can't wait to get off this rock.
I hope I'm not bothering you.
It's just harder to keep in touch these
Joy,
days.
would you like to
Haven't
join
talked to
me
my
for
old man
drinks?
in forever.
Oh, Horace.
Wonder what it... 왜요?
By the end of the evening, we'll be just like the last time.
That's everybody.
Think about it. I could use a night out.
Holy shite.
The UC Exchange is a great place to buy your weapons. Just make sure to keep them holstered at all times. Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see anything suspicious.
The locals tend to stay out of trouble. Visitors? That's another story. Sergeant Booth at your service. As much as someone's last name is a nickname, friends, acquaintances, and other locals call me Booth. You. Not if I've got anything to say about it. For real, though. I don't know if it's because we get the occasional drunken brawl. Don't let me keep you.
Oof.
Ever
What a
been to a
haircut.
Cuba? Those security uniforms are way cooler than anything we've
Anywho. I'm gonna stop here for tonight.
Ain't you brave, coming to see a bona fide tracker. Hey, darling. You look like the type who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty. The Trackers
Also, Miss
Alliance
Biddy.
can always use more bounty hunters to round up and kill wanted criminals. If that feels like your speed, talk to me. Or check out our posts on the mission boards. Good. Here's the short of it. I'm only stationed here because I made a mistake. Killed the wrong bounty, and the right one got away. It's bugged me ever since. Now, I heard rumors that this no-good, dirty quarry's been lurking around Mars, but I ain't had the good fortune of him strolling on in here. I think he's smart enough to know better. I got a plan in place to find him, but I gotta prove to my other tracker contact that he's here. That's where you come in. Just gotta plant a sensor. No danger to you. Ken Placus, smuggler, the worst kind. Deals in all sorts of black market goods. He's wanted for grand theft, human trafficking, murder, you name it. He's also extremely good at what he does. He's eluded the best of UC security for years. He's even slipped by our own trackers, myself included. I'm convinced he set me up to fail, found a lookalike to unwittingly take a fall, made me look bad. So I'm sure you understand it's kind of personal. He doesn't know it, but he's got a chip in him with a unique ID. Part of the reason he's learned to keep out of the major cities and settlements. Trackers always manage to find him when he comes to town, so he just stays away. But he's a slippery fella. That's why I want to send someone to catch him where he feels safe, just along the outskirts. Sensors tuned to that chip. Makes sense now, don't it? All right, so you're gonna want to take this here sensor and put it way up at the tippy top of the old Mars launchpad tower where it's nice and unobstructed. You're gonna want to make sure you've got a boost pack to help get yourself up there, else it's gonna be a tough climb. Mars gravity's on the low side, but not that low. It'll track down my Mark's chip signal, assuming he shows, and I'll call in my partner to take care of him. Clear out and come back to me as soon as you're done so you don't spook the quarry. Get it? Got it? Good.
Alright. Alright, cool. Yep. I'm gonna wrap it up right here. And then play some more tomorrow. And yeah. So